Hello students, how are you all? Hope you all are fine and doing good. Today we will start chapter 4 of geography, that is maps. What we are going to study in this chapter? We are going to study about maps, importance of maps, difference between map, sketch, plan and globe. Then we will study about types of maps, where we will study about physical map, political map and then thematical map. Then coming to the components of map, we will study about distance, directions and symbols. We will relate it with the maps. Then coming to scale, its meaning and uses in the map. Now before we start the chapter, let us talk about our previous chapter, that is globe. As I have told you that a globe is a three-dimensional model of the earth. It is a replica of our earth. It can accurately depict the scale of the continent and ocean. A globe can be useful when we want to study the earth as a whole. Example, if you want to study about how the wind blows, how the monsoon arrived in different places, that time globe is very useful. But when we want to study only the part of the earth, like any country, your India, state, your Uttarakhand, district, Nainital, town and villages, it does not help us very much. Therefore, we need something simple and easy to use in order to learn about our planet Earth. So, we have a map. What is a map? A map is a representation or a drawing of the Earth surface. So, whenever I have a kind of a 3D spherical representation and I am trying to jot that down. Jot means mark that down on the sheet of a paper. What I am exactly doing is I am trying to bring all that exist on the globe on a sheet of the paper, and that is I am trying to convert 3D picture, 3D object into 2D object. So, when we are trying to explain something on the map, I can say that is not exactly possible to bring what is on the globe to the map. So, in simple term, it is impossible to flatten the round surface completely. As a result, you have a various kind of projection. Here you can see this projection. See how the projection is done. These projections try to depict globe surface onto a flat surface through various means, and so basically everything close to the equator is in the right size. As you get further, north and south countries and continents get stretched out. So Europe and North America are massive compared to the actual size, and Africa, Southeast Asia and Latin America not too much. So, this is preliminary idea on projection of mapping. Now coming to the importance of maps. Maps are used for locating important places along with studying and comparing different locations. It is easy to carry a map anywhere. They show accurate information about a small area. A map can be used to do comparison. Different types of map like physical, political or thematical are used to show different types of information. Maps are easy to prepare and can be modified when physical or political situation change. So maps are useful to us for various purposes. Do you know the word map has been derived from the Latin word mappo, meaning napkin, and the art or the skill of map making is known as cartography. And the people who makes the map are called cartographer. So there are different or various types of map, and when many maps are put together we get an atlas, and first person to publish a collection of a map in the form of the book was Gerardus Mercator. Now starting with map and its type, I can say map can be of various type and one can select the specific type of map as per his or her need. The three broad categories in which I can divide mapping are physical map, political map and thematical map. Now what are physical maps or relief maps? Physical maps are those which try to reveal the physical aspect on the paper. For example, various landforms like mountains, valleys, plains, rivers, plateaus and ocean. For example, as you can see, the water bodies are shown in blue color, the mountains are shown in brown color, plains are shown by green color. Now taking the reference of the Indian physical map, you can see that the northern mountains are shown in gray colors. Then the northern plains are shown in green color. Then coastal plains are shown in light green colors. The southern plateaus are shown in brown color and the Thar desert is shown in light yellow color. Now you can see that rivers and water bodies are shown with blue color. So then you have political map showing boundaries of continent, countries, state, capital and major cities and town. These maps help in studying different types of cultural, historical and economical activities. Now when we look at the Indian political map showing India and surrounding countries with international boundaries and state boundaries that separate them from each other, and then you can have a look on the map of Uttarakhand showing all the 13 districts with their boundaries, and then districts are being subdivided in cities and towns and villages with their boundaries. Then when I talk about thematical mapping, it is theme based. So I am trying to reveal certain information like road map, climate map, agricultural map, rainfall map, pollution, population distribution map, mineral and industrial map and many more. Every thematical map has a title according to the information given on the map. Map makers usually use colors to show different climate or precipitation zones. Now when you look at Indian thematical map, you can see that the maximum 300 centimeter rainfall denoted by gray color. You can show or denote with any color you choose. Now you can see this reference box there where after 300 centimeter rainfall various other colors are used, like for 200 to 300 centimeter rainfall blue color, then 100 to 200 centimeter rainfall in light blue color, followed by 60 to 100 centimeter in pink color, 40 to 60 with yellow, and below 40 with light yellow. So whenever we show something on a map, we make a reference box or an index box to help viewers to find a specific spot on the map. So beta, now we have completed the today's topic, and in the next topic we will continue our chapter. Thank you. Have a nice day.